test. Test match up for grabs. This series up for grabs.
Hi Sanjeevi, welcome to the show.
Hi Rajiv.
So your predictions came true, I guess.
Yeah, finally I'm on one of the predictions is 50% achieved. So there's the remaining 50%.
Yeah. We'll know next week.
Yeah, we'll know next week.
Yeah. And the thing with Sanjeevi is like even though Sri Lanka has lost 2-0 against South Africa and England at home, it still seems to me that Test cricket is Sri Lanka's best format right now is Test cricket. They seem to have all the bases covered for Test cricket. Batting, bowling, they have the variety, it seems, right? Even though they lost 2-0 to England at home.
I think the team is well balanced to play Test cricket.
Right.
And the only issue has been that they have been getting out. The batting has been miserable. They have been on one-day mode when playing tests also. But the second innings of the West Indies match was kind of showed what kind of character the boys have, and they have pretty good technique if they can apply themselves like they did in the second innings.
Right. Okay. So we got to discuss about that brilliant debut 100 from Nissanka.
So it's again Nissanka is coming out of domestic cricket with an average of 67 over the last 3 years. So he's done very well, and it's good to see him come in and kind of get the runs and the temperament that he showed was remarkable, I would say, because he applied himself really well. He backed himself. In the first innings, he got out unfortunately to a good delivery. But in the second innings, I think he was error-free. Yes, there were a couple of moments, but he managed himself pretty well, and he had a solid technique and a solid defense, I would say. So it was good to see after a long time.
Okay. Awesome to know that. Okay, so going into day 5, Sanjeevi, right? Sri Lanka had to take 9 wickets to win the Test match, and it's not very often that you see Sri Lanka going into an away series against a team and holding all the cards, right? I mean, they had the luxury of dictating terms in an away test at day 5. Thinking that, let's keep that in mind. Keeping that in mind, do you think Sri Lanka underachieved? Could Dimuth Karunaratne could have attacked a little bit more? For example, when I was following the Test match live, he had Dhananjay De Silva, who can bowl the arm ball and who can also bowl a quicker one, along with Embledenia, who was bowling really well, and he did not kind of attack more. All he had was probably a slip and a silly point. He could have attacked with a short leg or a leg slip. What do you think about that?
I think there are 2 factors which would have played in the captain's mind. One is not far before, only a couple of weeks ago, West Indies pulled off a chase of 395 in an Asian wicket, right? So that would have been one point in his mind, and the other thing was the batting. The track got easier for batting with time. So that's where Sri Lanka also applied. The pitch got flatter and flatter. It didn't deteriorate to bring in the spinners into the game. So might as well
fair point.
Yeah. So I think those 2 points would have played in his mind to if he would have got a inroad in the first few overs, then there would have been a chance of putting in more attack into the game. But after the first wickets fall, Brathwaite came and knocked the ball around. He scored only 10 or 12 runs in after facing 100 balls. So
even though because I remember it was around 60 overs, they were only 120 or something. Their run rate never went more than 2.5 or 2.2 or whatever. Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
So they were more or less not rushing to the target. They were quite happy with the draw. I felt so. The West Indies thinking was like to settle with a draw rather than try to attack the target.
Right. Talking about Nisanka's a wonderful debut second innings century. There was a cryptic tweet from Russell Alden saying that he has to stay in nondescript CC and continue to play for that. What are you talking about? Do you have any inside information on that?
Inside in the sense, Rajiv, the Nondescript Sports Club is, even though they're playing top tier 2, tier 1 cricket, they're not a rich club. So it's an old club, but it's not a rich club. So when they find players and players perform, the rich clubs generally, take over, right?
Right.
So,
Got it.
So, and when they are national capped, all these rich clubs fight to get these guys in. So probably that's what Russell Arnold has been, producing too many players from NCC and handing them over to rich clubs. So that's the background of that tweet, I think.
Okay. Incidentally, Niroshan Tekwala also plays for NCC, right?
Yes.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that two players who play for the national test team is represented by...
Niroshan Tekwala plays for not NCC.
I mean, he told in an interview that he plays for Nondescript Cricket Club only. He used to open.
Okay. So the last time when he joined,
he told in the interview, post-match interview on day 5.
Union.
Okay. Maybe he moved to NCC, I guess. Then.
Yeah, that's wrong.
But that's what he told anyway. In the aftermatch.
Hey, he doesn't play now.
Yeah. He used to open, it seems, for NCC.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, that's fine. So Sanjeevi, what are the positives you think was for Sri Lanka in the last test match? Can you quickly summarize?
I think Lahiru Thirimana produced 2 excellent scores in the first innings and second innings, which is a good sign, and which is a good sign for him.
Right.
It's probably his last chance to cement a place for the next year, because he's coming out of a string of failures. So I think he's clicking into form, and Niroshan Tekwala seems to be much more competent and matured. Unfortunate that he couldn't go on to get his maiden Test 100. So this is probably the third time he's getting out in the 80s and 90s.
But that's okay. But you know what? If you listen to him, what he's saying, he said it's okay. He's going to get 3 centuries on the bounce in the next series. That's what he says.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the confidence level of the guy is unmatchable.
It's amazing. I love him, man. He's my favorite Sri Lankan player in the current Test team, without a question. Good. Okay, Sanjeevi. A day 5 wicket is not turning so much, right? That's Tembulden, Sri Lanka's main spinner. Is he expected to bowl West Indies out and win the Test match for Sri Lanka, or are we expecting too much out of left arm spinner who's not even 10 or 15 tests old?
Again, Lasith is not a guy who can single-handedly win as a match.
Got it. He's not a Murali or a Herath, I guess.
Yeah. So the
Mhm.
expectation was to get a few quick wickets from Suranga Lakmal and Vishnu Fernando. So then Lasith Ambuldinia could have come and chipped in with some attacking bowling, but
Right.
it was unfortunate. The fast bowlers couldn't get enough breakthroughs for the spinners to get into the game, and
Got
like
it.
I said, the pitch didn't help him to do much until the latter stage, where the
Got
game
it.
was almost on a draw to ball off.
Okay, got it. Okay. So, what are the expectations for the next test? Is there a change in the team, or you're going to go with the same team?
I would probably go with the combination which has worked. I don't mind giving some rest to Suranga Lakmal and getting in Lahiru Kumara for the next one. I don't think the wicket is going to change too much. Probably
Right.
it has been watered and it will play the same like how it played in the first test.
Got it.
So it's better to go with the same team unless the wicket kind of tries to give an advantage. They will check it on Sunday and then decide.
Thank you. Thanks. All right. Looking forward to the next test, Sanjeevi. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
predictions
Thanks for
and
your
analysis.
time. Okay.
Thanks.